Welcome back to my channel. Gang. Alright, gang. Today I'm gonna give y'all story time of how I beat depression, how I overcame depression, and basically I'm gonna give y'all some advice of basically to make it easier on you. Hey, with that being said, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, you notified to my post, make sure to follow my social media. It's gonna be down in the description below. And look, alright.
Poppin' that big body, poppin' that dark out black, he don't know who shot it. Too many rats can't fit in no wallet. Double cup, fill 'em up, my shit poppin'. That bitch gon' fuck with whoever pop. And my niggas ball like Miami Dolphins. I hate your block, look for ops now.
Alright, gang, so basically, I'm gonna try to make this as like the most shortest story time as possible, but I gotta make it as detailed as possible in order for y'all to really get where I was coming from. Okay, so basically I'm gonna start off when my depression really started. Okay, so basically I feel like my depression rooted from childhood trauma. Okay, so but I want to feel like I started really feeling depression bad when I was like 15 years old, and that resulted in me to like be, I can admit that I became a sneaky teen to go to where I would go and like smoke to try to ease my pain and cope with it, but it eventually didn't work. So, and I really hate that I started so early. Okay, so I was one of the ones that, I would use that to try to cope with it, and that was around like 15 years old and 15, 16 years old, and it wasn't really working for me. But I could say around that time I feel like my depression was really so bad around that time because everybody know when you around that age and all your peers, everybody think around that age when you 15, 16, you in high school now, you feel like, okay, well, now I have to date because everybody else is dating. You get what I'm saying? You got to do relationships because everybody else doing it. Because if you don't do it, then you feel like you left out. And that was me at one point in time. So I would date, but it seemed like my relationships never lasted for this reason. I have a good heart. I have a really good heart. I would do anything for anybody. And it just seemed that nobody would do that same thing for me. And I've learned to deal with that. And I've learned to be okay with it. I've just learned not to be a spiteful person, but to just be nice to certain people, not give everybody that access to me. So because of that, because of I just lost my train of thought, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so because I was going through basically trying to be in relationships and stuff at a young age, I feel like I learned my lesson early. Okay, so basically I was trying to date like everybody else, and every girl I dated, they would like do me so dirty, and I just could never understand it. But y'all, disclaimer, bro, there go that train I was talking about. Y'all hear that train? I know y'all hear it, bro. Y'all tell me y'all don't usually hear it. I know y'all hear it. I know y'all hear it. Okay, well, like I was saying, y'all, so basically I was trying to do what everybody else was doing. But because, okay, I could say, I felt like I was secure within myself, but I wasn't at the same time, if that makes sense. I felt, me personally in high school, I was too worried about what people thought of me. That just was me. I was too worried about what people thought of me. And that was my problem. So I had learned to like look at myself in the mirror and be like, Ty, you are not the person that you want to be because you are the person that they want you to be. And that's when I really start to notice, like, this is the root of your problem. This is part of your problem. But basically, yeah, after I had found out, like, yeah, relationships weren't for me, I had went through a lot of depression with relationships as far as, like, wanting to end it all. Like, wanting to end it all at the age of 16. Man, I remember coming home to my mama, and I remember coming home to my mama and just breaking down, just like, I kid you not, bro. I went up to like in the 9th grade, and I was dating a person older than me. She was like in the 12th grade, and I just remember she hurt me so bad, y'all. To the point I just didn't know what to say. I couldn't even say nothing. I just walked in the room. My mom was on the phone at the time. It's so crazy, and I just asked her, like, can I get a hug? I just need a hug. And it's so crazy when she gave me that hug. Like, I just broke down. I tell her, like, Mom, this girl, she really hurt me. She really hurt me, and it's so crazy because it was always hard for me to express my feelings. But I was able to tell her, like, she hurt me, and I'm able to say that, you feel me? So I had told her, like, yes, she really hurt me, and I was hurt behind it. Okay, I want to say that's probably my first heartbreak. And hear me out. That was like my first one, but I had from to where I am today, I've had like 5 more after that. Hey, because God was trying to teach me a lesson that I just could not learn. God was trying to teach me that you gotta love yourself. This love you're trying to give to these people, that's the love you're supposed to be giving to yourself. You feel me? And I couldn't understand that. So I had to keep learning that lesson. I would keep going to different relationships, and God keep making them teach me the same lesson until I would get it. And I never learned that until now, bro. And I'm 21 years old. But I would say, okay, after that happened, I would say after like that happened, I would say like my high school years, okay. I feel like A lot of stuff happened during my high school years, like the COVID thing. COVID messed up a lot of the stuff too, because it messed like my social stuff. Like, so it's now because we so like I was like isolated from people so long. It made it hard. My anxiety is already bad, so it made my social anxiety go through the roof because it's so hard to socialize with people 9 days because of the pandemic. It made like people's social skills trash. I don't know if anybody can relate, but if y'all can relate, let me know in the comments, because I don't know, like when I go out into the world, a lot of people's social skills, they come off like people don't know how to socialize anymore without being rude, or just like, people don't really know how to socialize anymore. Okay, so that's part of the reason, but I want to say the biggest part of why, like, the biggest part of it is when I was in college. Okay, y'all, I had graduated high school and everything, and I told my mom, like, I felt like college was for me because I knew I wanted education. Okay, and I always, you get what I'm saying? I want that degree under my belt. That's always what I wanted. That's all, because it seemed like nowadays and age, it don't even seem like it just needed, but I feel like that's always what I wanted. Okay, so I went to college and everything, and I get to college, and I already knew, like, I was kind of fighting depression. Like, I was really battling depression heavy before I went to college. So it's hard. It's hard fighting depression around a house full of people that love me. So just imagine when I'm going to a school and nobody there for me. You get what I'm saying? So I think that was meant for it, because hear me out, y'all. Before I ever went to college, I was telling my mama, like, I was doing a prank on my mama, and y'all might actually see it's on my channel. I actually did a prank on my mama, and I said I don't want to go to college, and she didn't know that it was a prank, but it was everything I told her was true, because I knew I wasn't ready to try to deal with my emotions on my own, if that makes sense. I wasn't ready for that. So I had tried to but I had to, I didn't want to disappoint my mama. That was part of the reason. I didn't want to disappoint her, so I made it to a prank without actually telling her, and I still went to college. So, okay, fast forward to my move-in date. My move-in date for college, I get there, my mama helped me move in and everything, okay? It go all right. And it was like, it was so hard, because once they left, it was just like, I'm by myself. I really got to get used to this. I'm by myself. And I feel like college kind of put a different amount of stress on me. And I would say this, college is not for everybody. And hear me out. So just because a person tells you got to go to college don't mean it's for you. You feel me? So I would say college is not for everybody. If it's not for your kid, don't force it on them, because that can cause a lot of stress. I'm here. I'm living proof. So I had went to college, and once they left, it just like, it settled in that I was by myself. And this is just a journey I had to take on my own, like solo. So, okay, I would say like a weekend of college. Okay, we basically when I moved in, we have like one free week after you move in, because you had like the freshman orientation. So it wasn't nobody there but the freshmen. Okay, so that week was smooth. I'm not gonna lie, I was making the best out of it, and the people I was meeting, they had the most genuine people. I'm not gonna lie, and they made me feel comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, they really made me feel comfortable, and they made me feel like at home. So that first week it was kind of easy, but y'all, I knew I wasn't healed, because I would still go home every weekend. A lot of people tell me, Ty, you need to get your college experience. I would do my work on the weekdays, and every weekend I would go home and come back to school on Sunday. I just couldn't find it. Like, I couldn't find joy in it, and I couldn't understand why. I couldn't find joy in it in no part of my life for some reason. So then I would go home. So after that first week of school, after that, the classes would start, okay? Second week in the school, classes start, okay? So school was easy. It was pretty easy at first. Then you have like, if you've been to college, all professors are not the same. You get what I'm saying? So I had a math teacher, and he was a math teacher to where, like, he didn't really teach, if that makes sense. Because he knew it already. He would just go up there and start a problem, but never really tell us what he's doing. So basically, once I leave his class, I'm seeing what you're doing. I still don't know what you're saying. So basically, I would still have to go to my dorm, and I'm up all night watching YouTube videos trying to teach myself his lesson. You get what I'm saying? So I can make sure I see. And that was a lot. That put a lot of stress on me. School put a lot of stress on me. And it's just because, like, I don't feel like my mama put a lot of stress on me, but I put a lot of stress on myself because of my parent, if that makes sense. I put a lot of stress on myself because I didn't want to fail her. I didn't want her to feel like I was a disappointment. I didn't want none of that. So I would put a lot of stress on myself because I felt like I had to succeed. If I didn't, I felt like I was a failure. So, y'all, that played a huge part in my life. But I want to say, Okay, I would say I was a couple months into school. It was still that first semester, and I had came back from a class, and it was so bad to the point I had so many classes at one time, and because I'm trying to teach myself this math on my own, I'm trying to go to tutoring now. It's so much that they require that it seemed like I couldn't find the time for. They want me. I was required to do tutoring. That was everybody. It's so crazy because we were in order to I think in order to go to your next thing, certain colleges had different requirements. So my college requirement was we had to go to tutoring for some class at one point in time. You had to. It was mandatory. So, and it was so hard because the tutoring days, like, they never like matched up with what I had going. So I was like, it was really hard, y'all. It was really hard, but I'm not trying to make no excuse, but it was hard. So basically, I would say like a couple months in, I feel like it was going good, but I feel like school was going okay, but my mental health was dropping drastically, y'all. Like, drastically, like, before my eyes. And it was like nobody could see it. Nobody could see it. Nobody could see me, like, breaking down. I would break down in my dorm every day. Every day. And, like, I don't even want to cheer up on here, but it's like, I would break down every day and nobody knew. I would call, like, I was talking to my mama every day during the daytime. At nighttime, I'm breaking down, crying to myself every night because I don't know where I'm gonna go from here. That was just me. And I won't lie, like, I had a point in time, and me personally, I would never tell my mama when I was hurting. I would never tell her until it got to the worst, like, I'm ready to kill myself. And I don't even mean to say that, but it's like I would never tell her until I felt like it was too late. So I really thank God that God really, like, put it in my head to call my mama that day, because if not, I don't think I would ever be here. I won't lie. So hear me out. So I was in I think it was like a Wednesday or something like that. It was on a Wednesday. I had class, and I usually come home on Thursdays after all my classes. So I just didn't understand. I just didn't understand for real, though. Okay, so, y'all, I met a girl in college. We were talking, and hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. It was like she was my guardian angel. Hear me. If y'all want to know who I'm talking about, I talk about her a lot on my TikTok because she helped me be the person I am today. I swear to God. She never broke my heart. She never did nothing to me. She was perfect in my eyes. And she taught me so much, y'all. And she was a year younger than me. So basically, okay, I met a girl in college. She had wanted to talk to me and everything. Okay, I met her during my college orientation. During my freshman orientation. Okay, we were talking and everything. We would talk. She would come to my dorm. We would talk about stuff. Okay, and okay. So basically, it got to the point to where, hear me out, y'all. I knew I was meant to heal her at a point in time, and she was meant to come back and heal me. Cause as many times I tell y'all, like, when you are so strong, you are meant to heal other people, but nobody's meant to heal you but yourself. And that's why I think I was so stuck on her, because she was the only person that ever made me feel. She was the only person I know other than my parents that would let me be vulnerable without judging me for nothing. And she would just give me straight advice, and I loved her for that. And I still love her to this day. I still wish you the best. I know if you watch my video still, I still wish you the best. But the thing is, okay, she was going through some things. I'm not going to put no names out there. Because I don't want nobody coming at her or nothing like that. Okay, so basically, when I met her, I want to say probably like a month in, she was going through something major to where I want to say like a best friend of her had caught like the new strand of COVID at the time, and it was Delta 8, and it caused her to pass away. And she was so hurt behind it. And because I had the heart I had, I knew I was going through depression. But I would try to do anything and everything to make her not have these panic attacks, or to not be in her head too much, because I know how that feel, So I will always do anything to, like, lift her up. And because, I know what that feels like. But y'all, I would do all that. But then we would talk about therapy. Me and her would talk about therapy. And I would ask her, like, why, she would tell me, like, her mom wants her to go to therapy. And I would tell her, like, well, why not try it out? And she told me, she was like, well, I don't really want to go to therapy, because if I really tell them what I really think in my head, they are going to put me in a mental hospital. And that's what she told me. And I could understand where she's coming from, but I didn't at the same time. Because, okay, weeks later, like I said, I was at my third period. I was in my third period on a Wednesday. And it was on a Wednesday, my bad. I was in one of my classes, my morning class, the first class of the morning. And I went to class, and I seen like my grades just slacking a little bit. And I had talked to my advisor. We talked about it. She helped me out about it. And I went to class and I was in her class and I didn't feel like myself. And they knew, everybody who was in my class knew, because they knew most time we were in this class, I got the biggest smile and I'm talking to everybody. Today, this specific day, I didn't say nothing. I just like I know I just keep a straight face and I just, just trying to get the class over with so I can go back to my dorm because I don't want to be seen. So I did that, and basically once I got back to my dorm room, I had knew like, it's do or die right now. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I would sit and I would just, it was so crazy because a night prior I had wrote a suicide note to myself, and I was ready to go because I said, there's no way like I'm supposed to endure this much pain, y'all. And I was only 18, 19. I was like, it's hurting me. So I had wrote one, and when I got back to class and I seen it, and I just say, maybe it is time. Maybe God calling me. Maybe he's ready for me. And maybe that's just what it is. But something overcame me and said, call your mama really quick and don't tell her what you plan on doing, but talk to her, because she gonna know. I called my mama and I FaceTime her, and she know, like, I don't know. They say your parent knows best. She knew, and basically like, she was trying to talk life into me, but at the same time, I just wasn't hearing it, because I'm like, I'm tired. I'm physically and mentally tired. Beyond a doubt, I'm tired. And she understood me, so she, it was hard. I broke down a couple times. I can admit that. And she had told me, say, I had my school was like, it was a great school, I'm not gonna lie, real diverse, and they were very friendly. I had like a nursing, we had like a big counselor's building. I had a counselor there. I would say at first I regretted going to my counselor. I don't regret it anymore. Okay. And I can say why. So basically I had set an appointment. My mama told me, say, try going to counseling, because she don't want to lose her child, and I can understand that. So I had texted my counselor and I said, I was ready to give up, but I told my mama, I understand. I don't want her to hurt. That's what it was. I didn't want to be selfish and hurt her by leaving. You get what I'm saying? So, there go that train. But like I was saying, so I didn't want to be that person. So I made a promise to her. I said, before I ever do anything, I'm gonna go to counseling first. So I emailed my counselor, and I basically told her, like, I'm dealing with depression, I'm suffering from it, and I just need somebody to talk to. She told me, okay, that's fine. We set an appointment for like 4:30. I walked to my appointment, because it was like the other side of campus. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little walk, other side of campus. Okay, so I go to my appointment, and I sit in there, and she get to ask me all these questions, telling me all this stuff. She asked me all these questions about, like, why did she say, the first question I can remember to this day, y'all. She said to me, why do you think everything is your fault? Why do you put the blame on yourself all the time? And you know what I told her, y'all? I said, because all the stuff that goes on in my life, it got to be somebody's fault. And nobody else take the blame for they hurt that they do to me, so I take the blame for it. And I didn't know how what is it? I didn't know that, like, back then, that I was just really making excuses for how people treated me. And to now, like, man, so I would tell her, like, yeah, I put the blame on myself because nobody else take the blame for what they've done to me in the past or now. So I would tell her, yeah, I always put the blame on myself, even if it's not my fault. And we just, we had a conversation about everything that I had going on. And she basically told me, like, you don't worry. We can get you some help. And y'all, so from there, she met me at, from there, my campus police, like the campus security and police, they took me to the hospital, the nearest hospital by my campus. It's not nothing but like 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes away. All right, so she say, like I was saying, my bad, y'all. But not like I was saying, so she basically had met me at the hospital, and she was like, I got there first, and then she got there. We basically went and talked to some people. We went to the back, they talked to us, and they basically like, they just, asked me about, the simple stuff about, like, I couldn't lie to them. Because if I would have lied, I would never got the help that I had, and I wouldn't be where I am today. So I told them the truth, and they basically like, have you made a plan? And I was like, yeah. If I would never call my mama, one of y'all would have been in there coming to get me, pulling me out of my dorm room on a stretcher, because I had a plan. I said that. I said, all these different medicines in here, I would have been OD'd, because that's just what the plan I had. You get what I'm saying? So I told him the truth. I said, yeah, I had a plan. I told him everything, and he was like, yeah, we got to get you some help because I don't want, I don't want this to go no further than what it is. And I could understand that. So they take me to the back, and y'all, that was like the most scariest time of my life. Scariest time of my life. And y'all, that was the most scariest time of my life. I swear to God, they took me in the back. It just made it seem like I was, people put the perception that you're crazy out there, and I knew I wasn't crazy. I just know I needed help, in a sense. So I did what I had to do. So they take me back there and everything. They take blood work, and just they sit me. Anybody who ever been there, at the hospital. I don't know what the fuck they think you're gonna do to them. I'm not gonna do nothing to y'all with y'all scary self. But they put me in a mental room, a room all the way in the back of the hospital, where they got somebody outside of your door, sitting right there on that door, and you can't even open your door. Your door's locked, and you have they have a camera watching you the whole time. Then you have a TV up there, but the TV, you can't even touch the TV. The TV is in a glass. They think you're gonna use anything to kill yourself up in there. So it's nothing. Only thing you can touch is a bed, the little mat, and they give you a little sheet. Y'all, I remember they gave me the scrubs and everything. They took everything from me. Everything from me. I couldn't talk to my mama. I called my mama before. The thing was, man, I talked to her before before they locked me up in there, and I basically told her like what's going on. I told her like I gave them your contact information, so I know I'm grown. I know I'm over the age of 18, but I gave them your contact information so you can get up all the updates about me. And it's so crazy because to this day now, they made it so hard for my mama to get in touch with me. They never told her where I was, nothing. And I can understand patient confidentiality, but at the same time, if I told you got the permission to give this to my parent, why didn't you do it? Hey, but I'm just glad I made it to where I am today, y'all. So basically, I'm gonna fast forward so I don't have to make this too long because I think it's already like 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. So basically, after that, I went to sleep. They fed me and everything. I went to sleep. They woke me up at about like 2 o'clock in the morning. I swear to God. Woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and told me we got somebody's the EMT basically coming to get you. I said, all right, bet. They come and get me. And first off, it's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Me personally, I just like, come on, bro. So they come and get me, put me on stretcher, take me out there. And it's so crazy because the nurses never told me where the fuck I was going. They never said nothing. They just let them come get me and take me out. They never told me where I was going. They don't say nothing. So I get in the back of the thing and we drive it. And the man say, did they tell you where you were going? I say, no, sir. And I'm only 18. I'm scared. I'm in here with 2 men. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm telling like, no, sir. They did not tell me where I was going. First off, my college is already an hour away from home. So just imagine you taking me farther away from home. They take me on the other side of a city, and they take me I was already an hour away from home. They take me another hour and a half away from home. I'm 2 hours and a half away from home, and my mama don't know where I'm at. So just imagine, y'all. So, and I had no way to call her. They take everything from you. I had no way to call her. So they take me to this mental hospital. It's so far away, so far out. Take me to a mental hospital, get me there. They check me and all this stuff, do the evaluation and everything. They take some more fucking blood. And I'm like, bro, I just gave blood this morning. This stuff hurt. So they take more blood, okay? Then she finally set up a room. She let me go to sleep and everything. Y'all. Whew, that is like, that's an experience, I could say. I was there like 7 days, because it was really supposed to be 3 days. Only could keep you 3 days. But because I was there on a Wednesday, they don't count that day. And you have to be there 3 days and the weekend don't count. Yeah, they did me dirty. The weekend don't count. So, I was there for like 7 days, and I would call my mama every day, cause it's like I called my mama probably like the second day I got there. I called her and cause they got the little phone that everybody can use, but these motherfuckers is crazy in here. So everybody trying to get it to about the phone. Like I'm not for it. But yeah, so we was like trying to use the phone. I finally called her, and she just like it was a relief, a sound like. It just made my heart smile to hear my mama's voice, because, like, I ain't talk to you. I didn't even know if you, like, I don't even know what they've been telling you. Like, I don't even know if they told you nothing. So I talked to her. She's basically like, I've been calling. They won't tell me nothing. And I was like, I understand why. But I told them they could tell you everything. So I just told her everything. And I would call every day to keep her updated on what I have, like what's going on with me. They put me on, like, some Prozac. I never liked the feeling. I don't like it. It make you feel numb, and I did not like it. Okay, so they finally, they discharged me and I go home. That specific, y'all, that happened to me in 2021 of October. But hear me out. Part of the reason why I think I fell so deep into a depression. I lost my first cousin. And the way I got that news was over the phone when I'm at college by myself. And that hurt. It hurt because this specific cousin, he was out of multiple cousins I got. He's one person I can say, he would tell me every day if nobody ever told me, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because you're doing stuff that a lot of our family didn't do. You're breaking generational curses. And I was so, and like, it hurt me. That hurt me drastically. Like, why is everybody that's genuinely proud of me leaving me so soon? That hurt me. So that was part of the reason. That was another reason why a lot of that depression was beating me up. But y'all, so basically, I'm gonna tell y'all how I got to where I am today. So basically, basically how I got to where I am today, I did after that happened, I feel like I just need to get away. I just need to be away. And my brothers, they were very supportive of it. Very supportive. I thank them a lot, especially the one above me. I don't know if y'all ever seen him in my videos. Hey, when I see him again, I will put him in another video. He is like, that's the brother right above me. I'm a middle child. He's a child right above me. And I would say he has made life a little easier for me. A lot easier for me, really. Made life a lot easier for me. He moved me to where he was. And that's back to where we're from. He moved back to Michigan. He actually came and got me. We drove back. And that helped. That year and a half that I was with him elevated my life so much. That's where I just came back from. So when y'all see that background, that's where I was living with my brother. And my brother, he's always giving me words of encouragement. He's always been a person I feel like I need to be around him. He has a lot that I want as far as like cars and he has his stuff figured out, if that makes sense. He's only 23. He has it figured out for himself, and I'm proud of him. It just made me want to go get it. So I needed to be around him to, get that extra motivation. I needed that. So I tell my brother all the time, I thank you for everything you've done for me. I promise I'm going to do 10 times more for you than what you did for me, because I feel like I owe you that. And but I would say that right there, being alone by myself, I had a spiritual awakening. That is what caused me to be on a spiritual journey with God, because that God isolated me, and I knew it was for a reason. God, I can't get out, y'all. That's why somebody don't want me to say this. Look, God isolated me for a year and a half to bring me to the person I am today. I am healed today. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a God-fearing woman, and I'm not afraid to say that. I fear God more than I fear anybody. I don't vent to nobody but God, because you get what I'm saying? I don't vent to nobody but him. And I'm really proud of myself for changing who I was, because God is really to thank for all this, but I really thank God for the journey I'm on, and I really thank him for bringing me as far as he brought me. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I don't know if I said everything. I'm not sure if I really said everything. If y'all want a part 2, I think I could probably got some more I can tell y'all. If y'all want a part 2, let me know in the comments. I will do a part 2. If y'all got any advice y'all want to give me, y'all need any advice from me, let me know down in the comments. Why? Hey, I have nothing but time, y'all. I've been trying to I've just been in the grind mode right now. I'm doing anything y'all want me to do. Any videos, any kind of videos y'all want, any kind of reaction, any story time, anything y'all want from me, let me know in the comments. Any questions y'all want to ask me. If y'all want a Q&A and y'all want to ask me any questions, let me know, because I will give that to y'all. I don't mind. I'm an open book right now. I'm an open book. I'm not going to lie. So with that being said, again, I'm not going to hold y'all on. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, notified to my posts. Make sure y'all follow my social media. It's going to be down in the description below. And look, I'm out.